Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2015 Champions of Wayne Fall Semester Awards Banquet. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sean Galvin. I am the Executive Director of Champions of Wayne. This is my 4th school year as a part of Champions, and this is my 7th Champions Banquet. As I look around the room here, I'm seeing a lot of people that I know, a lot of faces that I've seen before, and also quite a few new ones. Tonight, we will celebrate achievement, we will celebrate work ethic, and we will celebrate community. Thank you all for being here. Now, for those who know me, know that I enjoy a good quote, and you might not be surprised when I say that I have a quote ready to go. I was looking around the internet and I found a great quote by Congressman Paul Ryan, who said that every successful individual knows that his or her achievement depends on a community of people working together. And to me, that's what Champions of Wayne is all about. As I look around this room, I see a lot of successful people. I see Wayne Memorial alums who are donating their time and energy and resources to support the city that they were raised in. I see successful educators who continue to go the extra mile for the good of the children that they serve. And I see 167 successful students who have responded to a challenge and taken their academic achievement to new heights. Congratulations to all of you. I think last year, the banquets, I think we had maybe 100, maybe 105 students achieve their goals. I promise I did not go easy on the students for this semester, so 167, that's amazing. So we have 167 students with us here tonight, and I'm certain that they each have a story to tell. Tonight we have selected 5 students to spend a minute or two telling their stories of triumph. But prior to getting to them, I'd like to point out a few noteworthy people that are with us here tonight. With us tonight from the Wayne Westland School Board are Tom Buckaloo, Kara Medell, Shauna Walker, and Melody Hines. From the Wayne City Council, we have Councilman John Racy and Mayor Jim Hawley. From the City of Westland, we have Deputy Mayor Thelma Kabinski. From the Wayne Westland Central Office, we have Assistant Superintendent John Albrecht, Assistant Superintendent Kelly Bowl, Deputy Superintendent Jim Larson-Scheidler, and Superintendent Dr. Michelle Harmela. Also with us tonight is Wayne High Principal Kevin Weber. And I would also like to recognize the Champions of Wayne staff. We have our new Assistant Director, Katerina Pavlovich. And back in the back, still checking people in, we have interns Courtney Kryda and Rebecca Richter. We also have, there's a lot of important people with us tonight. We have the Champions of Wayne Board of Directors. We have Bill Gray, Carrie Walker, Sean Palmaville, Jim House, Stephanie Arms, Jolyn Steer, Kathy Carty, and Debbie Villarolo. And finally, this program would definitely not be where it is without the support of our principal donors. They are Wayne High graduates from the class of 1984, Mr. and Mrs. Jeff and Lisa Stiers. And from the class of 1974, Mr. Richard Helping. All right, so Desmond, you and I go all the way back to when you were in the 7th grade. Is that correct?
Yes.
And I just want to cover this one personal story. There was a time at Franklin Middle School that you and I played basketball together, and as I was going up for a layup, you fouled me, a flagrant foul, and I ended up with a broken ankle. Do you recall this event, Desmond?
No.
Did my layup go in?
That did go in.
And did my team beat your team?
By 1 point.
Thank you. Now we'll move on from that. I just wanted to cover that. So, Desmond, as I was talking to you this morning, you said that you were the class clown, didn't pay attention in class, and got into your fair share of trouble when you were in middle school and early high school. Is that true?
Yes.
You were going down the wrong path, but you were also telling me earlier that there were some legit reasons for this. You lost your father to MS when you were in elementary school, correct?
Yes, I was 9-year-old. I was growing without a father figure.
And so your mother had to be both parents to you, and money was also tight at home as well, correct?
Yes, my mother was both parents, and money was tight. And that's my mother right there. Stand up.
Desmond, you were also telling me that when you got to high school, you thought that you could just keep on goofing off and that everything would work out and you'd be able to get by. Did that ultimately work out for you?
Not at all.
And when you were in the 9th grade, the school principal decided that of all the kids at Wayne that she could possibly champion, she wanted to mentor you, and she has done so ever since, even after she took a job at a new district. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. Freshman year till now, my senior year, she stuck with me.
And she also bought you a cell phone? Why is she so good to you, Desmond?
I don't know.
And is Mrs. Orr here with you tonight?
Yeah, she right there. That's my champion. Miss Dozo? Miss Dozo?
Is she here?
Yeah, she.
Yeah, we got.
Miss Dozo, that's my real champion since I've been at Tinker. That's been my real champion. She been helping me and going through a lot of stuff with me. Thank you. Give her a round of applause too.
So, Desmond has been a part of the Champions program since he was in the 9th grade. He's now a senior, and he is on track to graduate with his class. So, Desmond, I'm going to jump down this part here. You've come a long way, and your story has the power to inspire others. Do you have any words for the other students who might be similar to how you were back in the 9th grade?
Yes, don't let negativity get to you. Let it go out one ear and out the other. Stay focused and keep pushing.
All right. Thank you, Desmond. Round of applause. I hope you were all as entertained as I was by that. Our next speaker is he's also a senior, and his speech has a theme about not settling. This is a hard-working young man that I've known for a while, and I actually coached his basketball team last year. Round of applause for Mr. Freeman Ogburn.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Freeman Ogburn III, currently a senior at Wayne Memorial High School. This is my 3rd time in the Champions program, but my first time achieving and exceeding my goal with a 4.0. I want to thank Mr. Gowan for giving me the opportunity to speak in front of you all. Thank my dad, my grandma, my mom, my auntie for coming out. The main topic I have to speak on is not settling for just passing. There's a quote written by Thomas Merton that says, "The biggest human temptation is to settle for too little." Me exceeding my goal is a product of me stepping outside of human temptation by settling for less. The champion program encouraged me not for the money, but the fact that all these adults want us to be champions. Out of all the classes the world forces upon us, we will all want to be in a high class. When we hear high class, we think of big homes, nice cars, and living wealthy with no worries. With all these luxuries in the world, why settle for the bare minimum? I pushed myself this semester to be the best that I could and to be more successful than I've ever been. There was a point in time where I got a 41 out of 45 on my history test, and Ms. Tippin was allowing students to retake their test. I let Miss Pippa know that I wanted to retake it. She looked at me crazy, but she knew what I wanted to achieve. I look at school as an adult looks at work. My teacher is my manager, and the students around me are my coworkers. If my manager sees I'm producing results, rewards will come my way. If my coworkers are fooling around and interfering with my success, I have to choose the right coworkers I need to be around. When there's a spot to be the best at my job, I want to be in the spot at all times, being better than the best and more successful than the rest. If I've worked hard to be where I am today, why settle to be the same or even slack and downgrade back to what I used to be, which is the confidence that every one of us should have. I want to thank Mr. Helpy and Mr. Stiers and all the others who made this possible. In the end, the Champions of Wayne program is about maximizing and not settling. Thank you.
All right, our next student has set a record. I've never seen a 5-time champion before. I haven't seen a student earn $1,000 as a part of the Champions program before. So this is new. She has also spoken before at a banquet. She's a little shy, so we tend to do our speeches together, kind of like me and Desmond did. But she's a senior. She's made her goal for 5 times. Round of applause for Brianna Kitson. Okay, so Brianna, you have earned your goal 5 times as a part of Champions. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel proud of myself.
Brianna, if you could summarize your middle school experience in 2 sentences, how would you do so?
Fights, trouble with cops for skipping school in 4 grades.
And how poor were your grades?
All E's.
And so what is all E's in a grade point average, Brianna?
0.0.
Wow. So how did things change when you got to high school?
Ms. Vastoff plucked me from a whole class of freshmen to be your champion, and she helped me throughout 9th grade.
And you made your initial goal of a 2.0 GPA, is that correct?
Yep.
And then what happened?
Ms. Vastoff championed me again, and I made my new goal of a 2.5.
Okay, I'm noticing a trend here. So what happened after that?
I kept setting my goal higher, and I kept making it.
And how'd you do that, Brianna?
By trying and never giving up.
And you just made your goal again, is that correct?
Yep, I got a 3.6.
Wow. So, Brianna, what are your plans for after high school?
Have a car, a good job, kids, and a husband, and a great life, and be a good person.
And how are you planning on getting there?
I'll take it day by day.
Brianna, watching you grow over the past 4 years has been quite a pleasure. Do you have a message for all the younger students out there?
It's not worth getting in trouble, make a plan and stick to it.
Thank you, Brianna. Round of applause for Brianna. And every time I see them throughout the hallways of Wayne, they're always positive, they're friendly, they're smiling, and well, I'll let them do the talking. Our next speaker is a 10th grader, Adriana Endres.
Hello everyone, my name is Adriana Endres and I'm a student at Lakeland High School. I am thrilled to have this opportunity to speak in front of all of you. I grew up in North Wayne, which I still live. I live with my dad, my older sister Christina, and our cat Lana. I didn't always have a positive outlook on life itself. I guess you could say I've been at my lowest point growing up. In 2007, my aunt passed away due to a drug overdose, which triggered severe depression in my family. After her death, my cousin, uncle, and stepdad soon followed. My mom spiraled into a severe depression. She'd sleep all day and cry all the time. She'd tell me that she didn't want to live anymore and that she had no one. In 2012, at age 14, I lost my mom to a drug overdose. I felt like I lost a part of me and that nothing was worth it anymore. She was my best friend and I didn't want to picture life without her. After my mom's death, I started to skip school, just so I could sleep all day. I was so depressed, I'd cry all the time and wonder why I was trying, supposing I would end up just like her. I realized in my life things happen for a reason and that my mom would not want me crying and being depressed, and that she'd want me being successful and having a positive outlook on things. I signed up for the Champions program because I knew that striving for something is important, and of course, who wouldn't want $200 extra dollars? I started doing better in school because I want to make something of myself, but of course, I couldn't do it without my mentor, Miss Malcolm. She has helped me extremely throughout my year at Wayne Memorial. She is always there for me when I need someone to talk to, and she's been there with open arms. She is loving, caring, and just an amazing teacher and person overall. My dad also has helped me a lot this past semester, encouraging me to do my best and just being there for me when I need someone to talk to. For the rest of my years at Wayne, I will continue to be a part of the Champions program, and of course, I will stick with my mentor, Miss Malcolm. She isn't getting rid of me anytime soon. After high school, I plan to go to college for nursing and to achieve my goal of being a surgeon. I just want to thank the Champions program for giving me something to strive for and helping me meet the people I know today.
Final student speaker for the night, and then we will get to dinner, is Adriana's big sister, Christina Endres.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Christina Endres, and I am a senior at Wayne Memorial. Growing up wasn't a walk in the park for me and my sister. We were forced to grow up at a young age, surrounded by death and addiction. My sister Adriana spoke about our past and how we had grown up in this world. Growing up around addiction has had its effect on us both mentally and physically. We had grown up watching the people we love slowly and painfully leave this world and us behind. We watched them live in misery for years. Mr. Galvin asked us why we're so positive and friendly all the time. Well, happiness is a choice. Firmly deciding that you are going to look for the life lessons in even the craftiest turns is the best way to battle a bad attitude. When your attitude is good, it's easier to move on and let go of life's letdowns. Dwelling in the past won't help your future. We realize that crying and dwelling on the fact that they're gone will not bring them back. Our champion this past semester was Miss Malcolm. She's one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. She is a very great motivator to my sister and I, and she taught us that our education is very, very important. Miss Malcolm walks around school with all smiles and head held high. She made my sister and I see a better perspective in the world, and she made us see more of the positive over the negative. She's always honest with our assignments, and she's just a blessing. She motivates us to do better in school and to be better people in general. My goal for Champions was a 3.2, and I achieved it by getting a 3.5 with the help and encouragement of my wonderful champion, Miss Malcolm. In my future, I want to study neonatal nursing because I have watched so many people die in my life and not being able to save them, but this profession will give me an opportunity to welcome new life and actually get the chance to save one. The best people in your life come when you need them most, so Miss Malcolm, thank you for everything. Thank you for helping me through one of the hardest times of my life. You are truly an angel. Thank you for the sweet and encouraging messages to get my sister and I back on the right track in our lives. I will never forget all the things that you have done for us. I am too grateful. We love you. And thank you to Mr. Helpy, Mr. Stiers, and everyone else who makes Champions of Wayne possible. This is truly an honor.
Great future start right here.